Welcome back to the news at 10. Let's cross over to Abuja now, and here's Linda Akigbe. Hey, Linda.
Hello, Ijoma. Welcome to Abuja. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, some traditional rulers and political parties are committing to fair and credible elections come 2019 and are asking the police to erase the perception of being an agent of coercion. The commitment was made at the Nigerian Police and Stakeholder Security Summit in Abuja. Our correspondent Kayla Megwa reports.
Very much indeed. You may get seated, please.
The objective of this meeting is to ensure all hands are on deck in keeping the peace before, during and after the elections. And this was expressed as each speaker mounted the podium.
To achieve this collaboration, the Nigerian police force must earn the trust and confidence of Nigerians.
We have been able to achieve moderate successes in the fight against kidnapping and armed robbery in all the geopolitical zones.
We should talk to all our subjects, most especially our youth. They are the tool for violence. They are the tool that will be used by all the political gladiators to disrupt this nation.
The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission then speaks on new parameters the commission will use in its engagement with security forces in the conduct of the 2019 elections.
It is imperative to review the template for the 2019 general election in order to reassure Nigerians and the international community of our commitment to credible election based on the sanctity of the electoral process. INEC will engage with the security agencies, particularly the police, in defining new parameters for the deployment of security agencies in the electoral process.
This caused a response from civil society organizations.
It says quite clearly in Section 729, subsection 3 of the Electoral Act, that it will be illegal for anybody to devise a template other than the template devised by INEC. So we ask INEC, let us see this template, let us see what kind of demands you make on security services, on how they should deploy.
There are Foreign partners also had their say on pertinent issues to be addressed in the run-up to the elections.
Any person comes to you and says in the name of a candidate, give me your card and let me vote for you, I urge you to deny them. If anybody says, take this money and vote this way, I urge you to deny them.
Nigeria is the focus of the world right now. More is expected from Africa's most populous nation, and it is hoped that the country will top the gains of the 2015 elections in 2019. Kayla Megwa, Channels Television News.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has flagged off its Northeast Zonal Campaign rally in Gombe State. The party is promising adequate security, establishment of a Northeast Development Commission, quality education and poverty eradication. Prominent members of the PDP from the northeastern states of Borno, Yobe, Bauchi, Taraba, Adamawa and Gombe states were all present at the rally. The PDP presidential candidate speaks on their plan to take over the leadership of the country in 2019 and the agenda for Nigerians.
It's insecurity. Number 2 is poverty. Number 3 is unity. And poverty alone, can bring insecurity and can disunite people. So basically, these are fundamental issues, that need to be addressed.
Now, staying with politics, the governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement, APM, in Ogun State, Adekunle Akinlade, is confident that his party will produce the next governor in the 2019 general elections. Mr. Akinlade, who was initially an aspirant on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC, that produced Mr. Dapo Abiodun, described the party's primary as the falsification of the people's will. He says his new party is positioned to succeed and sustain the rebuilding tempo of Governor Ibikunle Amusun. The APM unveiled Akinlade as its governorship candidate on Monday and also inaugurated a campaign team at Abeokuta, the state capital, insisting that its decision is informed by a strong desire of the people of Ogun State.
APM, Allied People's Movement, a great party, will produce the next governor on March 2nd, 2019. It is not necessarily the platform for the people. It is not me, Kunle Akinlade, but the people of Ogun State. And they've said very clearly, with this mandate is their mandate, and they will stand by that mandate come March 2nd, 2019. You cannot give what you don't have. I am part of this system. I am part of this process. I believe in this process. I believe in the vision of Senator Ebikula Amosun as a leader. Regardless the fact that we're in two different parties, it's about Ogun State, not about personality at this point in time. It's about Ogun State.
As far as we are concerned here, we don't have a senatorial candidate for Ogun Central. So nobody can accuse us of doing anti-party as far as senatorial election is concerned. So we will support Senator Ebikula Amosun in his capacity as a leader in Ogun State, in the person in whom we believe in the senatorial election. In the same way, we are going to support President Muhammadu Buhari in the presidential election.
And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Ijoma.
Thanks a lot, Linda. The Lagos State government has launched a health scheme which is mandatory for all residents of the state. During the launch of the scheme, the Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode gave the assurance of its sustainability even after his tenure is over. The compulsory health insurance scheme offers family premium and individual premium payment options at subsidized rates.
It's a historic day in Lagos as the Lagos State government launches the Lagos State Health Scheme. The state government says the mandatory health insurance scheme will make quality health care available to all residents of the state.
The scheme is a mandatory scheme for all residents of Lagos State, with the overall goal of ensuring access to quality healthcare services in an efficient, sustainable, and equitable manner. It includes primary basic health services and selected secondary health services such as treatment and management of malaria, hypertension, common childhood illnesses, antenatal services, delivery, including cesarean section.
For a project that has been in the works since 1999, Governor Ambode promises its sustainability.
The Lagos State Health Scheme has come to stay. Robust mechanisms have been put in place to ensure transparency in its operation and in the management of funds. This will help to ensure this initiative outlives any government administration. We intend to continue to commit resources to improve our medical facilities.
Can we applaud His Excellency as he unveils this only...
And then the Lagos State Health Scheme logo is unveiled, signaling the commencement of the health plan.
There it is.
The agency charged with the management of the scheme is the Lagos State Health Management Agency.
We are there to make sure that they move in the right direction according to the operational guidelines that have been developed for the health insurance scheme. So we are partnering with the HMOs as well as the providers. And when I say providers, I mean the healthcare facilities, which are both public and private.
The new health scheme promises to provide access to good health care to those who could not afford to do so before now. Tosin Additional, Channels Television News.
Respite has come the way of motorists plying the Lagos-Ibadan expressway as the road has been opened to allow for free flow of traffic during the festive period. The Federal Controller of Works in Lagos, Adedamola Kuti, in company of the Sector Commander of the Road Safety Corps, Ogun State Command, says work will resume as quickly as possible in January so the contractors can maximize the window offered by the dry season. Our correspondent, Chrissy Lems, reports.
Officials of the Federal Ministry of Works, Federal Road Safety Corps and contracting firms handling the construction of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway are on ground to conduct the opening of a section of the road where work has been ongoing. The Federal Controller Works, who leads the team, says the gridlock experienced here necessitated this action.
You know what we experienced last weekend, serious gridlock on this section. So we are here to open up this section of the road, having completed works on this section. We want to remove all the barriers so that the motoring public can make use of it. And then those who are coming out of Lagos can now make use of it without any restriction.
Finally, the barricades are removed, and it's a free flow of traffic again. For these motorists, who obviously find this a relief.
It was terrible last week. I drove about 3 hours from this place to Prayer City. So it was terrible. But now that they've opened it, it's cool.
Even the road safety officers are delighted about the removal.
On this road, when there was diversion, the moment we have a vehicle that spoils, especially a truck, even when we have our rescue teams nearby, we have the tow truck to remove it, it becomes difficult for us to navigate and get to where the vehicle is.
But for these street traders, it's bad business.
There is no traffic anymore, and the sales is no more.
Many people need the traffic. So as it is now, many people are crying.
The significance of the Lagos-Ibadan expressway cannot be overemphasized, as it carries traffic from all over the country, while construction is set to resume in January.
News just coming into us says the former Chief of Defense Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade, has been reportedly shot dead. A statement from the Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Air Force, Air Commodore Ibikunle Daramola, says the former Chief of Defense Staff died from gunshot wounds sustained when his vehicle was attacked while returning from his farm along the Abuja Kefi Road. Air Commodore Daramola confirmed this news to Channels Television a short while ago, just to say again that the former Chief of Defense Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade, has been reportedly shot dead. A statement from the Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Air Force says the former Chief of Defense Staff died from gunshot wounds sustained when his vehicle was attacked while returning from his farm along the Abuja Kefi Road. Air Commodore Daramola confirmed this news to Channels Television a short while ago. We'll keep our eye on it, and when we know more, you will also. Let's cross over to business, and here's Emana Amawe.
You first. First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. The latest report from the central bank indicates that overall access to secured and unsecured credits by households, small businesses and corporate entities increased within the fourth quarter of the year. According to the Financial Regulator's Credit Conditions Report, for the current quarter, the survey was conducted between November the 19th and 23rd. The report lists improving economic outlook and higher appetite for risk as major factors behind the increase in credits, which is expected to rise in the first quarter of 2019. However, the survey shows that the demand for secured lending for mortgage decreased within the period, while demand for total unsecured loan applications, as well as corporate credit, increased within the quarter. The federal government says it has declared a state of emergency on revenue generation in the country to overcome the serious revenue challenge experienced in 2017 and 2018 budget implementations. The Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation, Mr. Ben Akabueze, disclosed this during his town hall meeting with the Chief Executive Officers of government-owned enterprises. Mr. Akabueze says the government has no option than to compel revenue generation agencies to do more on remittances of their operating surpluses to the national coffers, while ensuring stronger enforcement action against tax defaulters. He adds that President Muhammadu Buhari has mandated that urgent corrective measures be adopted to drive better performance from government-owned enterprises, especially along the lines of Executive Order 2 of 2017. Now, the increase in demand for stocks at the local equities market pushed primary indicators back into positive territory as investors took advantage of the low prices of some high-cap and mid-cap equities. Teniola Shobowale has a summary of today's activities.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Tuesday's trading session at the NSE ends with a 0.70% rebound in the all-share index and 75 billion naira in equities total value after the 0.21% drop on Monday. The market's moderate recovery follows renewed bargain hunting by investors for high-value stocks across the banking, industrial goods and the oil and gas sector. Zenith Bank is the major contributor to a total turnover of 316.19 million shares worth 5.09 billion naira in over 3,400 transactions. The top three gainers for the day are the shares of Double One, formerly known as Mobil, Dangote Cement and Forte Oil, while Nigerian breweries Unilever and Guinness emerged as top losers. And that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Teniola Shobowale.
Meanwhile, stocks on Wall Street made some rebound from Monday's downturn after a volatile session, but the S&P 500 closed today's trading session still near a low for 2018. Let's take a look at some of the closing figures for some major global markets. And that's it on Business News Tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Emana Amawe. It's back to you, Ijoma.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks, Amanda. Still ahead on the news at 10, Manchester United sacks manager Jose Mourinho after recording no progress with results and style, despite spending nearly £400 million on 11 players. That's on sports. Do stay with us.